Hey guys, welcome back to Puff Lado. And welcome back to Café Enchanté. We are with Canis, and everybody left him, including us, so I guess we'll go back to him. I'm sorry we left you. They're a pretty energetic bunch, huh? You're a typical group of young girls. Wait, speaking of young girls, do you think that picture will be okay? I hope they don't post it on social media or anything.
されぬことを祈ろう。が、イルは SNS にアップされる程度、何ら問題ないとは言っていたが。
Also, I hope you guys can tell the difference between my fake laugh and my real laugh. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, because of more magic stuff?
いや、今時兜をかぶって行動する程度では、閲覧数も動画再生数も伸びないからだそう。
Oh, that's random. Like what? Oh, yeah, there's so many people out there uploading all sorts of videos these days. Canis quietly nods, looking in the direction the girls ran, crossing his arms.
しかし、再会して改めて感じたが、最近の若者の強胆さはすごいな。
Oh, wow, me and her, literally, Kotone and I, same wavelength. Is it that they're assertive, or is it just the fact that you're easy to get along with? I know their perceptions were altered, but it's wild Canis was so close to people. Canis! I was sure that the ones passing by, calling out to Canis, were doing it out of their own free will, because of his character alone. And his cool vest. I look over Canis once again. He does indeed look peculiar, but after getting to know him, you just know that he's a very polite individual. He goes out of his way to help people. I can understand why everyone likes him. Maybe we don't need Mizir's magic after all, huh?
何の話だ?
Nothing. Come on, let's keep shopping, okay?
そうするとしよう。
As we went, there was no end to the people who called out to Canis. Canis. We took our sweet time because we had to, but finished shopping and returned to Enchanté. Enchanté. That's literally the worst. Café Enchanté. I don't know. Yet another week later, I started to finally get a grasp of all the quirks of the regulars who lived at Enchanté.
美味しかった。たまにはこういう外食もいいもんだ。
Ew, we went out to dinner with Dad. Yes. For some reason, I found myself eating out with Mr. Rindo near the train station. Oh, wow. This looks so expensive. They have a freaking grand piano all the way in the back and like this light show with the scenic view of the skyline. Expensive. We should call him like Big Money Daddy. I don't know. Sugar Daddy. Oh, God. I'm currently feeling a little guilty for eating such an expensive dinner, but he was rather relentless in his offer. How much was it, though? What did you get, though? Now that I think about it, I haven't had many chances to talk to Mr. Rindo the way that I have with the other regulars. The dinner began awkwardly, I must admit, because I didn't know what to talk about.
それじゃ最後の仕上げといこうか。
What? Oh, I skipped too quickly.
お手をどうぞ。
Oh, Mr. Rindo
心
seemed
配しなくても
unfazed.
取って食べたりはしないよ。
However, as he... Oh, okay, he was unfazed as he opened the door to the car. Why would you say that? I had no concerns that you did. It's okay. I took his hand and got in the passenger seat. The reason I was even in this predicament can be blamed on no one other than myself. Flashback. It all began the morning of the same day. Ugh. What do I do? This to-do list isn't getting any smaller. Actually, doesn't it seem like it's getting longer as I cross more things off of it? I was having a staring contest with all the notes, books, and documents I had laid out on the table. Also, I still need to learn how to pour coffee before the week's over. Ugh, maybe if I cut back on some sleep, I'll be able to fit that in.
こんにちは、お邪魔するよ。
おや、リンド。こんにちは。
やあ、いる。君がここでゲームしてるなんて珍しいね。それに、あれ？ミシェルがこの時間にカウンターにいないのも珍しい。
今日はカヌスやイグニスがまだ来ていませんので、文句も言われないのでここで過ごそうかと。ミシェルは、そういえばそうですね。
そっか。僕は騒がしい連中に絡まれずに済んでラッキーだけど、君たちがいないと静かだし。
Wow.
リンド、それは私も含まれているのですか？私はいつも静かにゲームをしていますし、あなたに対して興味を抱いたり、会話を望んだ覚えもないのですが。
いるってさ、たまにとんでもなく人でなしなことを言うよね。
So straightforward. See, that's a good thing to be honest, though.
ええ、人ではありませんから。
Wow.
ああ、はいはい、そうでした。打天使様でしたね。で、さっきから気になってたんだけど、僕らに無反応な彼女は生きてるの？
Wow.
ん？あれ？おーい、琴音ちゃん。聞こえてないのかな？
I see the shape of someone right in front of me, waving their hands back and forth. Suddenly, aware of the voice calling out to me and its owner, I stand up, flustered. I'm sorry, Mr. Rindo. Welcome.
びっくりした。そんな勢いよく立ち上がらなくても。というか、毎回そうかしこまらなくてもいいよ。そろそろ僕の顔も見慣れたでしょ？
Oh no, I can't do that. You're one of our guests. Although we aren't officially reopened yet.
真面目で結構。けど僕はもう少しだけ砕けてくれたら嬉しいんだけどね。というか、質問していい？すごい量のメモやらノートやらがテーブルに並んでるけど、何をしてたの？
Huh? I'm reading up on coffee and looking over all the documents I need. As I tilt my head and answer him, Mr. Rindo deliberately furrows his brow.
じゃあもう一つ質問。君、そこでゲームしてるイルの存在に気づいてた？
Huh? I turn around to see Eel, who has a portable game console in hand. Eel, how long have you been here?
朝からずっといました。琴音にも声をかけましたよ。
Wow, Kotone! It seems Eel wasn't concerned about anything. But did that mean I ignored his greeting?
つまり、イルが来るずっと前からここで難しい顔してたわけだね。琴音ちゃん、ちょっと働きすぎなんじゃない？
No, that's not...
本当に？毎日ちゃんと寝てる？
I am.
びっくりするぐらいに嘘が下手だね。
Sighing, Mr. Rindo sits down on the seat right in front of me.
あのね、琴音ちゃん。君がこの店のことを第一に考えて努力してるのはわかるけど、それで君が体調を崩したり、それこそ倒れたりしたら誰も喜ばないと思うよ。ソンアンさんも僕も、あとはまあ彼らもね。
Mr. Rindo glances to the side towards a room that contained the gate. As if on cue, the bell rang, signaling a guest arriving from another world.
あれ、
Oh, it's you.
うちのお姫様に悪い男が言い寄ってる。
Why does he
これは
look
物理的に追い出すべきかな。
so evil?
あいにく僕みたいな悪い男しか彼女と同じ価値観を持ってなくてね。
Their greetings are filled with sarcasm. Nazirs decides not to reply to Mr. Rindo's comment and walks towards us.
君がリンドウと二人きりじゃないか。 対面で話してるなんて珍しいね。何かあったの？
When did we become alone with him? Where's Eel?
いや、何かっていうか、ねえミシェル、彼女って最近ちゃんと休んでる？
休むって？
Nazir looked at Eel, not ill, as if asking to ponder the question together with him. Understanding his signal, Eel puts a finger to his chin, and after a short silence,
睡眠時間でしたらわずかに確保しているようですよ。
3
1日平均
hours?
3時間ほどでしょうか。
3 hours a day? I'd be fucking dead. I would be dead on the side. Do you guys sleep more than 3 hours a day? Do you sleep less than 3 hours a day? I feel like, oh god, it's not for me. What? Wait, how do you know that, Eel? That question I shouted aloud reflexively was an unmovable proof of the situation. Mr. Rindo shrugs in an excessive gesture and looks at Mizir with concern.
やっぱりか。魔王様、君がついていながらなんでこんなことになってるんだい？
そっか。ごめん。これは完全にこっちの落ち度。
Why is it his fault? It's
人
our
間の
fault.
体力の限界、すっかり忘れてたよ。ソアンも基本は気まぐれにくっちゃねしてる生活だったし。
Well, okay. That was a problem in and of itself, too.
ともかく、全然休んでないと分かった以上、このまま放ってはおけないね。今後の生活を改めて改善するとして、今日一日ぐらい羽を伸ばしたら。
But
俺もその方がいいと思うな。一日サボったくらいでアンシャンテは潰れたりはしないよ。ちょっと眠って頭すっきりさせた後、一度外でリフレッシュしておいで。リンドウと一緒にさ。
what? Mr. Rindo's face looked just as surprised as I sounded. He was even pointing a finger at himself.
おや、意外だな。いいのかい魔王様。僕なんかにお姫様を預けちゃって。
正直めっちゃ不本意だけど、こういう時は同じ人間の方がいいと思うんだよね。
Oh, but I couldn't impose. You must be busy, right, Mr. Rindo?
いやいや、僕は大歓迎だよ。
Ugh.
むしろ彼から直々に君とのデートの許可が下りるなんて。
You are 42! What is going on? Why? You have no excuse, Rindo. You literally have no excuse. You're 42 years old and you're a human. And so is she. So I don't know why, as a 42-year-old man, you're like, hey there, sweet lips. Like, get out of here.
失言が多いと燃えかすにしちゃうぞ。
Yes, exactly. Mizir quickly returns to the matter at hand. God, is that actually a
新生
romance
活のスタ
route?
ートで気が張ってたのもあるだろうけど、ことね、ここは気軽に楽しんでおいで。万が一君に何かあったら俺たちも悔やみきれないしさ。
There was a hint of worry in Mizir's smile. He's usually so carefree. Okay, I hear you. I nod silently. Oh my god. Look at his car. He drives a frickin', I don't know. I mean, obviously they're not gonna use like actual car brands, but it looks fucking luxurious. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. It looks luxurious, but then you look at the mirror and it has that weird little tab thing. I feel like if he had a compass mirror, it'd be more fancy, but looks like he has like leather seats or something. I don't know, it's bougie. So that was how I came to take a break with Mr. Rindo to wherever he'd take me. We'd been driving for 30 minutes in his sports car, with me not knowing where we were headed. While still focused on driving us safely, he began to speak with me.
いや、しかし、なんというか、琴音ちゃんがソアンさんに負けず劣らず、ジンガイズと仲良くなってて驚いたよ。
Huh? You think so?
なんだかそういう血筋なんじゃないかなと疑っちゃうぐらいにはね。普通もうちょっと大変というか馴染むのすら難しいと思うけどね。
Slowly turning the wheel right, he gives a solemn smile.
ほら出かける直前だってみんな君のことを気にかけてくれてたじゃないか。あの後来店したイグニスとカヌスも。
I think it's just because it's you that I'm going with. Oh, flashback again.
いいかことね。林道の野郎がなんかしてきたら迷わず目をつぶせ。目を。
Yes! Yes!
そしてひるんだ隙に喉をつくのだ。
Oh my god, I love these guys so much. Get me away. If there's any Rindo stands out there, I'm sorry. It's just the age, man. Like, if the high school girls were saying that she's a similar age to them, then like she could be like Krimu's age. She could be like 18 and he's freaking 42. Like, oh, it's like dating your dad. It's not. No, God, no. Like, if she was older, like if she was in her 40s and he was like however old, like, I don't know, 60, 70 years, I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up. Remembering their crass advice, my eyes looked to Mr. Rindo's throat. I scratched my cheek and smiled, trying to hide my stare. Yeah, that's true. I'm happy they care about me, regardless of what that actually looks like. Although, when it comes to Eel, I still can't understand what he's thinking at times.
彼は心配する側というよりされる側だしね。あ、ちなみにミシェルからも釘はバッチリ刺されてるよ。
Huh?
琴音ちゃんに5秒以上触れたら塵にするってさ。ほんと過保護で過激な魔王様だよ。
I think they mean refuse and not refuse. I'm sure Mr. Rindo had to have plenty of courage too to snap back at him in the way that he did. It makes me happy that Mr. Rindo noticed my relationship with everyone was beginning to change. We were becoming closer. Ever since I'd arrived, it's been hectic day after day, but part of me really enjoys it. I could feel that Enchanté was starting to become a sweet place of belonging, the one I've dreamt about for so long. But this to say, that really means I have to hold on to this. I can't overwork myself.
で、結果としてリラックスはできた？食事以外にもいろいろ連れ回しちゃったけど、疲れてないかな？
I'm doing okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Rindo. I feel like my fatigue is gone. More importantly, I feel at ease. I'm realizing how overworked I was.
ならよかった。それじゃあ帰ろう。と思ったけど、もうちょっとだけ僕に付き合ってくれる？
Bruh, if she's getting 3 hours of sleep a night, you best be fucking bringing her back on time and not being like, oh, well, like, I brought you to 15 places and then we went to dinner, but no, do you want to stay out a little while longer? Like, she has 3 hours of sleep. Of course I don't mind. With my consent, Mr. Rindo smiles happily.
せっかくだし、ドライブで締めを飾ろうか。首都高をぐるっと一周しよう。
Oh, so we're just driving? Oh, picture get! Bruh. Along with several other vehicles, the sports car we were driving in proceeded onto the highway in the cool of the night. The scenery of the city at night off in the distance was a spectacular show of lights.
よく考
now
え
he's
た
staring
ら
at us.
僕たち
Why
が
are we
こ
on
う
the
してゆっくり
ground?
話すのはこれが初めてかもね。
We're like crouching on the ground. Oh yeah, now that you mention it.
まあ出会いが出会いだったし、それも仕方ないんだけど、この際君のことをいろいろと聞いても？
Like in the dashboard. Like, sure, I'll answer the best I can.
ありがとう。そうだな。それじゃあまず趣味は？
Okay. Oh, I really like to read and cook. Oh, and listening to music by my favorite artists. Can't forget that.
趣味でいいね。それじゃあ好きな食べ物は？
What is this, like a dating site? God. That would be cheesecake or chizukeki. That's how you say cheesecake in Japanese. It's super cute, but I like saying it like that. Anyways, whenever I find a shop with good reviews, I sometimes just go buy a whole one.
ああ、わかるな。あれ甘すぎないから調子に乗って買いすぎちゃうんだよね。それじゃあ逆に嫌いなものは？
You think that cheesecake isn't too sweet? I mean, maybe he's thinking of like Japanese style, like the souffle cheesecakes. I don't know. It seems a little okay, whatever. I can't think of a food I wouldn't eat, but other than foods, things that I don't like. Maybe bugs?
そこはソアンさんと同じか。あの人例の黒いやつが出てくると店ごと消し去れってミシェルたちに叫んでたな。
Oh, I feel like, you know what? I ship Rindo with Grandpa. I don't ship Rindo with us. Like, I don't like how he's even a dateable option. I feel like he should be like a friendship option, like if we wanted to learn more about your grandfather. But the fact that it's, okay. Well, if that happened, I wouldn't have been able to take over the cafe. Or, I suppose it wouldn't exist in the first place, huh? I could relate to that feeling, though. Afterwards, we talk about my hometown, where I graduated, where I worked, all of that. I answered Mr. Rendo's detailed questions as best I could.
なるほどね。でも、実を言うとそのあたりのことは大体知ってるんだけどね。
Oh, great. Now he's a stalker, too. Huh? What do you mean? My voice yelped at Mr. Rendo's nonchalant way of saying something so outrageous.
GPM っていう僕の勤め先については前にも説明したよね。所属する課の方も。
Yes, it was the information department, right?
そう。その部署の業務はかっこいい言い方をするならいわゆる諜報活動ってやつでね。人外およびその関係者にまつわる情報は調べ尽くしてたりするんだ。
Really? So that means you know all of my personal information? I shrunk a bit, and Mr. Rindo, looking a bit nervous now, corrects himself.
ああ、いや、それを悪用したりはしないよ。今の意味深な言い方はなんていうか、僕がそういう立場にいるというのを君にもちゃんと理解してほしかっただけなんだ。
Oh, God.
君とは対等な立場でいたいからね。下手にごまかすのはやめとこうと思って。
You didn't say anything about yourself. You just said that you knew all of my personal information, so I didn't even actually have to tell you anything, because you knew it all. Equal? Mr. Rindo nods.
同じ人間として。あと君みたいな女の子と腹の探り合いとか正直したくないから。それと僕の場合業務が特殊すぎて大抵の人に愚痴をこぼせないんだよ。だから気兼ねなく話せる相手が欲しいんだ。もちろん逆もしかり。君はある意味僕と同じ普通とは違う位置にいる人間だしね。
You can always talk to me when you need to, or that's what he was trying to communicate.
やっぱり僕の言うことは信じられないかな。初対面の時結構彼らを貶めちゃったしね。
That's not true, or I understand where you're coming from. That's not true. That's not true. You were doing your job, Mr. Rindo.
まあでもあの言葉はほぼ本音だけどね。アンシャンテの連中が厄介なのは紛れもない事実だし。
His cut and dry response made him seem even more honest.
まあ信じる信じないは君の判断だ。僕もそこを無理にとは言わない。
Rindo, what the right thing to do would be to tell us what your favorite food is, what your least favorite thing is, and what your hobbies are, because we told you all of those things.
けど僕や君の意思とは関係なく周りが動いたりすることもあるから同盟というか保険をかけておきたい。
What are you probably guessing as to what I was thinking? Mr. Rindo smiles awkwardly.
この間の GPM の下っ端くんたちとかね、いい例だよ。このご時世、人間側のいざこざも人外に負けないぐらい厄介だ。
He has a point. There may be times where I just won't be able to handle Mizir and the others. I understand. I hope I can count on you if I need to. Since we have a moment, want to tell me a little bit more about yourself, Mr. Rindo? Yes.
もちろん
Ask
いいと
him
も
the question.
どんな質問にも答えるさ。
Alright then. We're gonna stop here. I was hoping to get to a point where we weren't on his CG, but I guess not. We're just gonna end on in his car on the ground in the dashboard. What do you guys think about Rindo? I feel like, you guys already know how I feel because I've been complaining about him for the past like 26 minutes or so. But it's just weird. I feel like he's got like ulterior motives or something, and that's why I don't really want to trust him. And even if he didn't, and even if he was like a normal human being, I would still be like, you're 42. Like, how are you not married yet? Why are you single? Like, why are you a romance option? I just need to know what her age is to feel a little bit better about the situation. But if you're 42 and you're going for someone who's like high school age, it's like, oh god, guy, like, please. That's a child. Like, please don't. Oh. Anyways, goodbye.